Okay, so hi, welcome back to this video. Sorry I haven't made one in ages, but uh, it's really awkward to make them on the Mac because I always do the voiceover separately, but this time it's live, so uh, this just makes the actual making the videos quicker, so I can make them more often and just make more of them. So, as you can see here, we have this error. So let's just fix it. So this is because of this line here. And the error goes away if we log in, as you can see. So the error's gone at the top. So that just makes it easy to figure out what the error is. So we just need to make an if statement that says if is set session user login, then the variable user is going to equal session login, or else we're just gonna user's just gonna equal user just equals nothing. So now the error's gone. Oops. The login still works. Yep. Okay, so that's the first problem. The second one is it was pointed out to me by a subscriber because I didn't realize. As you can see, there's this weird bar. And this pushes everything off to the side. So we're just gonna fix that. This is another pretty easy thing to fix. So we get rid of the, well, we don't have to get rid of that, but we can if we want. And we get rid of border left and right, and we get rid of overflow auto. Oops. So that's it really. And if we refresh, it's all fixed. The only problem is this. I'd be interested to know if this happens for everybody, or is it just because I've got a small screen. So let me just check. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure because it wasn't happening on when I had the Mac, but maybe I changed something, but I forgot to make a video about it. So I'm just gonna fix that as well. So say 60 columns and 4 rows. Let's just see. Yeah, that's fixed it. Okay. And another thing we have to fix is the registration, because it was pointed out to me that I forgot to check whether the email had already been registered in the database, and if they get registered twice it won't let you log in, so let's fix that. I already told the subscriber who pointed out, but I'll just I told him I'd make a video about it to show everybody. So we're going to create a variable called eCheck, which equals MySQL query select email from where email equals em, and the variable em is the email field, first email field. So this will, I'll just put a comment in here as well. Check whether email okay, so that's the first part of it done, and now we just need to count the number the number of rows returned. So create another variable called email check, which equals MySQL num rows a check, which is the variable we just created. Oops. Up here, which is the query. Then underneath our password check, we just get another if statement called email check. As you can see, this is pretty similar to the password check we did. So you probably could have worked it out yourself. So underneath here, we're just gonna write else. And you can just put whatever you want, but I'm just gonna say sorry has already used that email. Okay, hopefully we didn't get any errors. We did. 87. That probably won't fix it, but yeah, okay, that was fine. So now if we try to sign up, use a username that doesn't exist, so username, and just show you. And as you can see, I'm actually pretty quick. I'm way quicker at typing on a laptop keyboard than a Mac one, because I don't know. I think the numbers, the keys are smaller and they're closer together, so it makes it easier to type. So in the users table, if this would load, it's a pretty old laptop. Right. So as you can see, we have two emails that exist, some email and some email 1. So if I type in some email again, and then I type in something for the password, hopefully it shouldn't register us. Okay, that's wrong. Let's just move this up here. Paste this here. There, now this should not, if we refresh, this should say, sorry, but looks like someone's already used that email. If we type in 2, so we changed the email this time, but in the username field, we change it to just like Google. Oh no, a username that's just cinema. And click sign up, we should get, yep, okay. This is working, I think. So if we just type in Google for the username and just Google again for the password, yep, it should register us. So that's a few problems fixed. Oops. And don't worry, I do listen to what you guys think and what you ask, and I will be adding comments and things to the post forms and things like that, because I've been asked to by people, so I will. But first, let's create a new file, and before we do that, we're gonna do something a bit different for the next couple of tutorials maybe. And we're going to add some account settings, so let's call it account settings.php, and we include our header files, /files/ come to think of it, I don't know why he's such a stupid name, or directory for a file, because that's so commonly used. I don't know why I put it in so many directories, but it's a bit late now, so let's just create a h2 block and let's just say edit your account settings below. And if we go to this page now, there we go. But as you can see, I'm not logged in because of the menu, and we don't want people who don't have accounts or who aren't logged in to be able to edit their settings. So since we included the header file, we can use this variable user. So we could say if user, which means if session username exists. So if they're logged in, we could just do nothing, and then if they're not logged in, we can either echo something or we can just kill the page by saying die, and then we can just say you must be logged in to there. So now since we're not logged in, we should get that error. Yep. Oh wait, first I need to make those links actually. So back into the header file, go down, and first I'm just gonna make account settings, link to the account settings page. I'm gonna make that sign. No, I'll leave that one. And login equal. No, actually, I'll make them both equal to index.php. Or actually, second thought. Sorry about this. You can just put a slash in. So it will, instead of it'll just go to the root directory, which is find friends. So if we refresh, whoops. Oh yeah, because I'm not on the server. So actually, I'll just put this back. You do that, you put the slash in if you're on the root directory in your website, but as you can see, localhost would be my website if it was a website. And see, I've got a directory called tutorials, and then I've got another one called find friends. So it won't work for me, but it will work for you if you're on the root directory of your website. Oops. So back to the home page. So if I log in with my account, okay, that's it, logged in. I go to account settings. Now we can see it, and we can see our account settings. Okay, so let's make some settings basically. Right, so the first one we're gonna make is we could say or change your password. Right. We don't need these actually. I'm too lazy to style them, so I'll just put it in some paragraph tags. Oops, we'll get the same result as you can see, but it's moves down a bit. So right. Before here we can actually just put a HR tag, and we might need to style it. Yeah, okay, so I'll just make a style. I can copy the style from another HR, or from some other CSS we used for HR tags in previous tutorials. So here we can just copy this. And paste it down. And we just remove that so it targets all the HR tags. And refresh. There we go. That looks a bit better. Okay, never mind, those aren't working clearly. I'm sort of just making this tutorial up. I normally plan them, but with me being busy, I haven't really had time, and I just wanted to make one. Well, I'm gonna actually make a few now, but so whatever. Let's create an input field. Oh, type text name equals old password and ID also equals old password. So we could even just put here your old password. Actually, I'm just gonna put a break tag here. Just move it down. Whoops, sorry, and change the length to 30. That's not enough. Oh, it's not length, sorry. Size. Oh, I almost forgot. Sort. So you can probably tell this isn't planned out, this tutorial, because it normally well, I like to think it normally works a lot smoother than this. You could now say your new password and just change that to new. Oops. Okay, so copy this line. And we can just say new password 2. Oops. So we can say repeat password just to make them line up. Do that. Oops. I mean, like if you were doing this yourself, you can make it look better if you want. So it's not exactly very good. It doesn't look very good, but it's gonna work. So let's move on. And I'm gonna make another one. And this video is just gonna be mostly adding the fields for the account settings page. The next video or next couple of videos will be actually making it work. So we can say update your profile info, and we can create another input. This time, yes, it will be text. The name will be F name for first name. ID will also be F name, and size. I think 30 is not big enough, so I'll do 50. That's too big, actually. Oh my god. So let's change it to 40. I used to care about how long these are, but I don't really mind. I don't care if it's a 40-minute tutorial, because a 40-minute tutorial it only takes me about 40 minutes to make, whereas before a 7 or 8-minute tutorial would take me a couple of hours to make. So I don't mind making longer tutorials and more frequent, making them more often. So we can just write first name, and these fields are gonna have a value. And we're just, for the minute, we're just gonna write first name. But oops, when we get around to it, we will change that to automatically fill in with your first name. So whatever the user's first name was. L name. Just change that to last name. Right, so for the minute, I'm not going to put in a change username field, but depends whether you actually want one. So just leave in the comments or leave me a message or whatever saying whether you want me to make a change username option. You should be able to do it yourselves, but as always, if you want to see it, then I'll make one. So what else is there? Okay, that'll do for now. We can always put more in. Oh wait, actually there is one left I actually want to put in. This one's a little bit different, so it's bio for biography, so no, actually about you. It's gonna be a text area. Its name is going to be about you. Calls. Oops. Let's say 7 rows. Let's say 60. It's not. Maybe I was the other way. Yeah, that maybe should have been. Rows there. So there we go. It's a bit too big still. Okay, let's change that to 40. Okay, so as you can see, you can probably tell I'm getting a bit lazier as we go further through the tutorials, but whatever. I mean, you can always style it yourself. So my goal is to make a social network and teach you how to do it. But the main aim is actually just to teach you how to do it so that you can make it yourself. So, what do you think of these new type of tutorials? Because I think I'm getting better at it. I mean, like, they get easier to make the more you make them, and I don't know. When you get subscribers and views, like even if you only get one, because I think I'm quite small, I've only got 40 subscribers, but I mean, a month ago I had like none, so I think that's pretty good for me. Oh, and I almost forgot like the most important part. Let's make another HR. One final form element. Submit button. Send data. ID is gonna equal send data. And its value is going to be send. Now it's going to be update information. So now we have most of that's enough fields for the minute. Okay, so we can start with the change password. And I almost forgot. Put this in a form. So it's a self-submitting form, so it's gonna submit to this page itself. The method is obviously going to be post. And we end the form down here. And I noticed in the last tutorials I didn't really explain how most of it worked, so there we go, it's submitting. So I didn't really explain how these form, how it all works, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to spend more time doing that in these videos. So actually I'm just going to create a new PHP block. Oops. Oh, and just so you know, if you ever run into problems using my code, and as you can see, I use these. I just use for my PHP tags. I use the shorthand version, the less than sign and the question mark. If you ever run into problems with compatibility and it's not working for you, you can always just try putting in the PHP bit because it's more compatible and it's supposed to be better to do. But I prefer to do it the short way because it works for me. So we're going to create a variable called send data. It's going to equal it's going to equal post send data, which is our button. So now we can just say if the form is submitted, then we I'll leave a comment if the form and then or else. So we usually could leave this blank, but just to make sure that our form is actually sending, or just to make sure our send data variable works, we can just say please submit some data. So now, when I refresh, since we haven't submitted the form, we should get a message saying submit, please. Alright. Okay, so we get that undefined index again, but as you can see, it is working. So let me just fix that. Okay, so I just thought actually instead of that, we can just say copy that. Oops. And then put it in there, and let's just see this. Oh wait, we will still get this. So just get rid of that. Go. Right. Actually, that's a good place to end this tutorial. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, like, and subscribe. And also, I never mentioned, but since a load of people on YouTube now have the ability to make stores on their channels, I'm actually going to make one, and I'm going to put things on it to buy. I don't mean code. Like every code, all the code will always be free. I just mean like t-shirts or pens or whatever. And they're not just going to have like an S on it for cinema. They're going to, I don't know, they're just going to be fun. They're going to have like funny slogans or phrases or whatever on them. So when the store actually comes out, and you've got like a bit of money lying around, it'd be really great if you could get a t-shirt ever. Like I don't mind if you don't, but whatever. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe like I already said, and I'll see you in the next video.